Welcome to another one, my people. Welcome to another live stream. Welcome to another one. I go by the name YaadBoss. As you enter, please like the stream. As you enter, please like the stream. I go by the name YaadBoss. Welcome to another one. We're still here. Welcome, my people. Yes, my people. It's me, CM1. Stronger than ever. No weakness. Welcome to another live stream, my people. I go by the name YaadBoss. As you enter into this stream, please like the live stream. And if this is your first time seeing me on your screen, please subscribe to the channel. So tonight is going to be an interesting one because we have reached a milestone in the Jaden Smith case, right? So what I want to do tonight is to take a look at justice in Jamaica. We have two different Jamaica. We have the rich and the poor. Middle class, very, very slim. We have justice for the rich and basically little or no justice for poor people in Jamaica. Yes, my people, that is the honest truth. The honest truth. So tonight is a critical night, I would say, for the public to really and truly understand where we're at as far as evidence-wise and what is necessary in order to charge anybody with murder in the Jaden Smith case. No justice for the poor, only the rich. So in Jamaica and all over the world, most of you guys or everyone on this live stream would agree that all life matters. That all life matters. But in Jamaica, Ireland, the harsh reality is that poor victims don't really get justice. So whenever there is a crime occurred, right? Death, robbery, whatever. But we're focusing on murder tonight. The first 48 hours is critical. When we say the first 48 hours is extremely critical. Let's take Donna Lee case. The first 48 hours, what occurred? The mother come out and she tell the police them say, my son and me talk to my daughter upon FaceTime. We see her. And what we see her? We see her in a Noel Maitland apartment. Me see her in there. The mother and the brother place Donna Lee Donaldson right in the apartment. But that alone was not enough. Because you know what the family was going up against? The family was going up against a police officer, my people. That's what Donna Lee Donaldson, mother, father, and whoever in our family was going up against, a man in blue. Noel Maitland. So even when she came out and she said, me see me pitney in there. And me I call me pitney and me can't get me pitney. Where me pitney there? Not a peep. And then them start make nice. The first 48 hours, the first week, the first month, them have to call Andre. And Andre they go march and protest and make noise in front of the DPP office. And the DPP say, all right. I'm going to help you now. She was an uptown girl. A girl where you would consider rich in Jamaican standard. Very popular. Uptown girl, but they still had to make noise. Because she was going up against a man in blue. she was going up against a man in blue, my people. Yes. Give me a second there. So we're basically going to show you what the police them do for the rich people then, and the type of service that poor people get. So now, they make a bunch of noise in front of the DPP office, and then the DPP start look. Where them start do? Forensic evidence. Them go pull the CCTV footage of the apartment that Noel Maitland live, that Donna Lee Donalds was last seen by her brother and her mama on a FaceTime. And what did they find? They found Donna Lee going inside there and never coming out. That is what they found. She went in, but them never see her walk out on her own 2 foot them. But she indeed made it out. Them see a mattress. I come out there. Them see a couch. I go over the balcony. She made it out. Was she in the mattress? Or was she in the couch that made it out of the apartment? But them see her in there. Them see her going there. And she never come out. And then them start do forensic inside of the apartment. Then find out, say, they made a clean inside there. We're talking about the first 48 hours, the first week, the first month. Them going there with them, they like there. And them go search and them go find blood inside there. Them go find blood inside there. And them match it and them say a Donna Lee Donalds DNA. Them find in the apartment. And the amount of blood them clean up, them say there was a struggle, there was a violent attack that occurred in the apartment there. Physical evidence, circumstantial scene are going in. Physical evidence that showed the blood in the apartment that matched to the DNA. That is very strong. And remember, them never find Donna Lee Donalds' body. All up to this day, them can't find her body. So that is a nobody conviction on DNA evidence. If them never have no DNA evidence, what would have happened? Would he get convicted if them never have no DNA? His defense was that Donna Lee Donalds left on a banana boat. Yes, that was his defense. She left on a banana boat. If them never have no DNA evidence, my people, Noel Maitland, him probably would have get some time because them see her going at the apartment and she never come out. But the DNA evidence that them find inside there was the linchpin that convicted him, almost serving life. I believe him have to serve like 33 years before he's eligible of getting parole. So the police them walk. They went soon enough. When him couldn't scrub again, him get rid of the mattress, probably burn it. Him get rid of the couch, gone. But him never have enough time for clean and clean and clean and clean again. Because the mother make a bunch of noise. And them say, all right. The DPP say, we cannot make this beautiful uptown socialite life just go so. Even if he is a police officer, even if he's a producer, we have to do something about this. And right now, we can say the mother got justice, but no closure in that case there. Now, my people, that is Donna Lee Donaldson. What we're going to do right now, we're going to look on Jaden Smith, the poor little boy from Manchester High School that went missing on September 26, 2025. And then we're going to come back to the evidence and we're going to compare. So what we're going to do now, we're looking at a map right here. So let me remove this. We're going to be looking at a map. I showed you guys this map before. Please like the live stream, people. And please subscribe to the channel if this is your first time seeing me on your screen. What we say? 1-1 cocoa, full basket. All right. So here we're looking at a map right here. So, right? And we're just saying that if Jaden Smith was indeed, I'm going to blow it up again, right? If Jaden Smith was indeed from a rich family or from a family with means, his disappearance wouldn't go so. Jaden Smith's disappearance would not have bloggers out here trying to be police officers and investigators. No. He won't have that. Bloggers fighting hard for justice for Jaden Smith. And instead of really fighting for justice for Jaden Smith, they might fight amongst each other. Information release, and before them listen and take in everything from start to finish and then talk about it, they might fight against each other. And I say, if it was this and if it was that. That is what the justice system left us to do. Me not consider myself a blogger, you know. No, sir. I'm more like under what you say, investigative journalist. Yes, me investigate. Me is an investigator. Me dig and me probe. From me a little boy. I saw me stay. Very seldom trust people, but give people the benefit of the doubt. Yes. So we as bloggers, we want information from people, but yet still the environment that the information would come to is hostile and isn't conducive to receive information from anyone accused of any crime. You see me, people, me, I am an honest fella, right? Me not gonna lie to my people them. In all cases, there's a defense and then there's a prosecution. Yes. As we Andre say, and what's the next one we say, right? Me remember what the next one say. Anger and emotion can get in the way of finding justice if you're a blogger or you call yourself an investigator. Temperament creates an environment, right? Even though you want to convict somebody and you want to send somebody to go to prison, you have to listen, right? And you ask, you probe, and you say, what about this? What about that? And if every question that you ask is being answered, not by words, but with evidence to support this a place here and that the place there. And then you will see a clearer picture where the police them are look on. And that is how you get to the bottom of what really and truly happened to Jaden Smith. Not a bunch of noise on social media. Not a bunch of noise on social media. That does not work. I don't know if people have livelihoods that they work how many years for and them just want to throw it away. I don't know. Because some people don't really take threats lightly. And some people will tie you up in a court. And you're using intellectual property, misusing intellectual property, put it that way. It was not intended to be misused. All right. Let's get to this map here. All right. So Jaden Smith, if Jaden Smith was a rich boy, or in people them had some resources, this is what would have happened with Jaden Smith. Don't a little Caesar right here, so. Don't a little Caesar right here. Them see him on a CCTV footage. Great. The police them did an excellent job going down here because apparently the family knew that he was at Little Caesar because they spoke to some friends, right? And then now, a lady from the neighborhood said them see Jaden Smith a Mega Mart. So more than likely, that's why them go up a Mega Mart. All them know if go up a Mega Mart. All them know if go up a Mega Mart, go check Mega Mart video. Somebody tell them, somebody had to tell them. So them see my Mega Mart, that's why them go up a Mega Mart. Because the girl, when him say, the cousin come pick him up, when him give the umbrella to, me never hear she's mention nothing say, Jaden Smith to go meet cousin up a Mega Mart. Me never hear she say that. But anyway, he made his way up to Mega Mart. And the family says, somebody in a Mega Mart see him. And him tell maybe the family or whoever, right? And him tell the lady, say, him a come from Cadet. When Cadet never keep that day there. But anyway, the aunt said that she saw Jaden turn up Perth Road. And if you really look on like the CCTV camera them right at the back gate, you have two cameras, one low, one high. And him go up on Perth Road right here so. So now, me, if I my picnic, me no say me rich. Me just say if I feel me picnic, me want to see every CCTV footage. And me, I'm gonna make sure say me study that area there. Cause me know when me little boy go take taxi. When him go up that road, me want to find out, say, if that road where him go up on is gonna be able to lead him back to his taxi stand. Me no business who want get accused of this and who want get accused of that. Me I do police work for them. Cause police for do them work. Right? So now, first 48 hours, first month, now we're at 7 months. First 48 hours, me want go up here so, up a Perth Road research so, right? And this is Grove Road going in this direction. Let me blow this up. This is Grove Road going in this direction right here. Me want to see right here so if there's any camera right here at the intersection of Perth Road and Grove Road. That is what I want to ask the police them if the first 48 hours, the first what you would call it now, month. And then along this road on Grove Road right here, are there any cameras? And then right here now on Manchester Road, I want to know if there's any cameras down here because I want to track him. I have to track him. Yes. Mega Mart is not the last camera Jaden was seen on. Probably them seeing on that camera there. But that is not the last camera we capture Jaden. That is not the last camera. I really don't believe so. That is not the last one. All right. So now Grove Road. And then I want to see if there's any camera right here at Grove Road and Manchester. And as we continue to go down Manchester, let's blow this down right here, right? As we continue to go down to Manchester here, this is the vicinity that Jaden Smith taxi stand is at, right? Somewhere around here. Manchester between Wesley and Billy Holly Road, right around here. Don't get a full of camera. Full up a camera. There's a strong possibility that he made it back to the taxi stand. That is the difference between the people them we have the resources and Jaden Smith. That is the simple. Them just stop a Mega Mart and say, we don't know where else to go. Him go up there, sir. So if him go up there, sir, where him go? Them not see nobody a pick him up behind the back of Mega Mart or going on a car. Right? So now, my people, where do we go from here? Do we have any evidence to send anybody go to prison or arrest anybody? Right now, arrest somebody for murder in the Jaden Smith case. We spoke about the Donna Lee case, and we're going to dive deeper into the Donna Lee case now. Physical evidence in the Donna Lee case. Blood evidence in the apartment. So investigators found blood stain inside Maitland's apartment in Kingston. Forensic testing determined the blood matches Donna Lee Donaldson's DNA. The amount and the location of the blood suggested serious violence occurred inside the apartment. This is the strongest evidence in Donna Lee Donaldson case. What we have in Jaden Smith case, we have an itinerary where the public say that fake, we want boarding pass, and even if we get the boarding pass, that fake too. And even if we get text messages to support the boarding pass, that fake too. But the police them don't believe that is fake. The police them have it. The police them have everything we want to get. But the police them don't believe that it's fake. Yes. So we have that. Then we have visions. And then we have dreams. In the Jaden Smith case. Visions and dreams. Hopefully somebody will get a vision and a dream and lead us to Jaden Smith body. The people, as you come into the stream, please like the live stream. And if this is your first time seeing me on the screen, please subscribe to the channel. So now in the Donna Lee Donaldson case, right, they had evidence of cleaning, attempted cover-up. Them could have see the cleaning are going on inside there. So areas inside there was recently cleaned in the apartment. Signs that scenes has been washed and wiped. Oh, this a call me now. Now have no time for no call right now. So Donna Lee was physically assaulted in the apartment. And if you have been following the Donna Lee Donaldson case, right? Them say the baby mama were murdered, Donna Lee, and then Noel took the blame. Instead of sending his baby mother to prison, him go rob the time instead. I guess he wanted the baby mother to nurture the child. But I was not there. And the police them and the DPP didn't find the need to charge the baby mother. Them charge Noel Maitland. So now, previously we mentioned that the mattress in the house was missing. So he removed and discarded the mattress shortly after Donna Lee Donaldson disappeared. Oh, the police and the DPP them know say Donna Lee was there. Because her mother and her brother say me talk to her on the phone. She was there. But Noel say she left. And them go check the CCTV footage and see there. She go in there and she never come out on her own 2 feet. But she did come out. She come out in the mattress or she come out in the couch. So the mattress was believed to contain blood, biological evidence. And him just dash with that. That disappeared, gone, probably burnt. Yes, probably burnt. So the question that I have to ask everybody, if Donna Lee Donaldson was a poor girl in the ghetto, would she get the justice that she received going up against a man in blue, a police officer, and a well-known producer? I don't think so. I really don't. Well, let me not say that, because if them find the DNA evidence, yes, I have faith in my Jamaica constabulary force, the detectives and the DPP, that regardless of whether you're rich or you're poor, if they found DNA evidence and collected it, there would at least be a trial. I will give them that. But them go search at Jaden Smith yard. But you know, say, a lot of things that's going on in the public domain, it's hard to believe still, you know. I don't know where the people them get, say, maybe it was them or would have to go listen back to his tape, where them get like the blood in the yard. Because I heard that one. Say them find blood in the yard, but the police them never take a sample. I would have to go back and listen back to that. Them say some goat, the explanation was some goat gave birth and them buy that story there. But if indeed there was blood in the yard, them should have take a sample and match it to Andrine, which is DNA, his mother, or the father. But I don't know how truthful that is. Because even the Principal Gabriel's story is falling right on its head right now. More and more people, day by day, not buying that the story there. But that is quite irrelevant anyway, because that's not going to bring justice for Jaden Smith. All right, my people. So them find that the mattress would have contained blood and biological evidence in the Donna Lee Donaldson case. The surveillance, the movement evidence, right? So investigators argued this behavior showed consciousness of guilt. Ima dash for this, Ima dash for that. So he looked like he know exactly what he made do. And him no business. If them catch him on camera, do it. But him never have the know it all. To go mash up the camera then before him start move. Yes. But in the heat of the moment, he's moving and the camera, they might capture him. But phone and timeline evidence, right? So Donna Lee stopped communicating suddenly after being with Maitland. So when she go in at the apartment and she talk to her family and say, me there, soon after, no more communication, and she never left the apartment. Her phone activity ended around the same time investigators believed she was killed. Yes, my people. Remember, we're talking about circumstantial evidence, very, very strong. In Donna Lee Donnell's case, them see her up on CCTV in there. Them not guess. They're not dreaming. Them see her in there. It's not like Jaden Smith went into Megamart and never come out. If Jaden went into Megamart and he never come out, Smaddy in a Megamart murder him. But he came out. And he went into a direction that could have led him back straight to his taxi stand. But the police then give up. They gave up right to Megamart and said, we're not going to further. Them not even pull the CCTV footage them in and around the taxi stand. They never did that. So was Jaden failed by his socio-economic background or lack of effort? Which one? Most people would say because Jaden was not a priority. And we have heard it over and over. What if bloggers was not fighting for justice for Jaden Smith? Huh? What would have happened? Not a justice. Some fighting for justice blindly doing. Yes, some people fighting for justice blindly. There's a veil over a lot of people's eyes. Ignorance is not going to solve Jaden Smith case. I may just pray day by day that Father God will bring justice for this little boy here. Every now and again, we're going to touch on the Jaden Smith case. But tonight, I wanted to show you the contrast between rich Jamaica and between poor Jamaica. I'm not necessarily saying that the family that Jaden Smith was with is poor. Most people believe that they actually did something to Jaden based on statements. But those statements that was made in the public domain does not carry the weight to bring charges against the people them in the court of law. They did multiple interviews with the police then. And them never find no evidence to tie them to murdering Jaden. They also research dreams. Me, myself, have a ton investigator and interview one of them. And people take those interviews out of context instead of removing your hatreds for this boy and say, all right, let me listen from start to finish and see what me can take from it. Nothing in there. I go send her go to prison. If you don't want to call her the wicked girl, she defended herself quite well. And I push hard. If you don't be honest with yourself, I want to go listen to the last interview or the last drilling. Just removing the bias from me. Remove me out of the equation. Because it seems like me become like the new money-making thing now. Remove me from the equation and just listen intently to the other person. Remember, my people, there's a prosecution and then there's a defense in all cases. If you are prosecuted, it's your job to find holes to convict the person. And if the person don't want to go to prison, it is that person's job to defend themselves to the end. Guilty or no guilty? That is how courthouse business work. Where you did that time? Yeah? How many did that on so? What about this time? This 1 hour window? Yeah? Where you did that? I was on my way to the KFC. How the hell the police them got charged somebody with murder? If them not see this somebody pick up Jaden Smith, come on, man. I want the sheeps or what? How them got charged somebody with murder? Based on dreams. So this is when you had blood on him shirt. Me did I go down a dream road too, but my dream was matching up with physical reality. Reality where me can see clearly. I may still see it clearly. Remember the goalpost we started with? We started with Mr. T seeing Shanique early in the morning and then again at 3 p.m. No. Mr. T sounded like he knew exactly what he saw. But when you go to the police station and you go, not me, no. When you go to the police station and you show the police them your boarding pass, you show the police them, I don't even think itinerary. Well, let's say itinerary and boarding pass. But the police then know exactly when you come in at the island. Because a one call go to immigration. And they know exactly when you get that they stamp there in your book. Exactly when. Then go search the house. Some people I say them for go search the pit them. Yeah, that's a good idea to go search the pit them. But so far, for 7 months, them probe and them probe and them probe. Then go dig up them. We never see it on the TV. But then go dig them up. Me not defend nobody, you know. We just try to open the public eyes. Or the people them who over here listen to me. Donna Lee Donaldson, blood, DNA. Jaden Smith, dreams. Megamart, last seen location. Search the house, them not find nothing. But where they missed the ball, them never really track Jaden Smith properly. Is it too late? Probably not. I don't think it's too late. I personally don't believe it's too late. Yeah, I don't believe it's too late to track Jaden from Megamart. Go back to the taxi stand. I don't believe it's too late. The police, them not releasing the Megamart footage and they're not releasing the Little Caesar footage. Me try, them not release it. All right, let's get back to this now. So dispose of possible evidence, right? So we're saying that he removed the mattress out of the apartment. So the major challenge in this case, right, in the Donna Lee Donaldson case, was that Donna Lee Donaldson's body has never been found. That was prior to them trying the case, right? Them now have the body, them just are going there with the DNA tests, right? So because they never have the body, the prosecution, they relied heavily on Donna Lee Donaldson DNA evidence from the blood that was collected in the apartment, right? Circumstantial timeline when she entered, when the mother said them talk to her, and Noel Maitland's behavior after the disappearance, removing the mattress, getting rid of the couch, bring the couch, because some car wash, go wash. Me not even know if the couch actually made it back to the apartment. Yes. So this type of prosecution is known as a nobody murder case. Jaden Smith case. Them not have no body. Them not have no blood. Them not have Jaden Smith in a company of not a soul. But I guarantee you that even today, if them track that the route that where Jaden was going and look at all of them camera there, some of those cameras store data indefinitely. Yeah. Some of those cameras do store data indefinitely. Not the home CCTV footages, but some of those cameras do store data indefinitely. It's just going to take the right set of people to continue to lobby behind the scenes for justice for Jaden Smith. That is what it's going to take. Whoever go to prison, I could care zero. I could care zero who go to prison. Because that is going to be a day in Jamaica. That is going to be a wonderful day in Jamaica. It is. But if you want justice, and if people are going to come out and talk to you, you need good temperament and an inviting environment in order for people to talk to you. That is what, and in order for even other bloggers to send you information. Yeah. Because people are still going to be on this case investigating. And people are still going to need information to fit their puzzle. Yeah, but without law enforcement involved, without having like a connection, like as you investigate, having like someone who is like your direct contact where you can run stuff by, is basically pointless. Because as you get that information, you say, okay, look at this. Like, am I going down the right road right here? And then that person can tell you, okay, go back to the drawing board and look for this. This is what you need. You have to have a counterpart. Not just a bunch of people that tell you this and that tell you that. Yeah, this is a sad case, man. It is a sad, sad case. When I figure out that the little boy could have actually go up Perth Road and go Grove Road and make it back to the taxi stand, we should have figured that out earlier. We should have figured that one out earlier. But everything happened for a reason. Everything happened for a reason. All right. So the key legal theory in the Donna Lee case, right, is Donna Lee entered the apartment. Her blood was found inside the apartment. She was never seen again. Maitland removed potential evidence. His story changed multiple times. So together they say what? That disprove that she was killing in the apartment. She never leave. She leave in the mattress or in the couch. Not on her own to foot them. Because them go in there and they never see her inside there. Them go in the apartment, go search it, and them never see her inside there. Them never find her body inside there. Wanna stay with me? Because we are looking on the amount of circumstantial evidence in the Donna Lee case, and me I tell everybody will pay attention to me and watch my videos then. Right? We used to have a lot of people, but what you have to understand with social media is some people are very deceiving with how they present information to people. Not everybody is really in this for true justice. Not everybody is a justice warrior. Some people protect them pocket. If I was protecting my pocket, I would have never ever go down this road here. No. You know how much subscribers I would have by now? Would have reached probably over 10,000 subscribers by now. And thousands of dollars in my pocket if I continue to go down that road. Yeah. That is the truth. But I understand the ebb and flow of this thing here. When you really and truly want justice for this little boy here, I understand the ebb and flow of this. Yes. All right, my people. So if DNA evidence linking Donna Lee Donaldson to the blood in the apartment did not exist, what kind of case would the Donna Lee Donaldson case be? The charges, right, and the chances for conviction would change significantly. No DNA, nobody. So watch this now. So with the DNA linking him, it's high. It's anywhere from like 60 to 80%. Circumstantial evidence only without the DNA, 20 to 40% chance of sending him to prison with murder on murder. Let me repeat that again to him. They had DNA evidence in Donna Lee Donaldson case. Me only can tell the truth, you know. Me cannot tell a lie. DNA evidence. So even if the killer watch me right now, the killer say, Lord Jesus, me get where? If the killer watching me right now, the killer say, Lord Jesus, me get where? Whoever the killer is, they watch us daily. Remove the veil from on the eye. That is wonderful though. Anyway, with DNA evidence, 60 to 80%, circumstantial only with no DNA. Sierra go in there. Never Sierra come out. 20 to 40%. So if they never find no DNA in that they are there. Noel Maitland right now would have been a free man. They couldn't charge him with nothing. Yeah, they would have charged him, but the conviction itself, 20 to 40% chance. Now, I must say this. In that the case there, if them never have Donna Lee Donald's DNA, he would have still gone to prison. Because Donna Lee was not a poor ghetto girl. He would have still gone to prison for something. Because remember, the jury is the one that find him guilty, not just the judge. A jury of his peers. And a lot of people in the Jamaican public know who Donna Lee was. Love Donna Lee. He would have to go to prison for sitting. So I would say just circumstantial only. When you say 20 to 30, 40%, I think that would be higher in this case because of who the person is. She was not just an unknown person. My people, I go by the name Yard Boss. We're building back again. Please like the live stream. And if this is your first time seeing me on your screen, please subscribe to the channel. Determination, you know. Determination builds character. All right, my people. So now we're looking at the core differences between the Jaden Smith case and the Donna Lee Donaldson case. So in the Jaden Smith case, right, we don't have anybody. And in the Donna Lee case, we don't have anybody. DNA evidence. In Donna Lee case, yes, we have DNA evidence. How about Jaden Smith case? We don't have any DNA evidence. Do we have a clear crime scene in Jaden Smith case? It's unknown, unclear. In the Donna Lee Donaldson case, yes, we have the apartment with blood evidence. Last person seen, extremely strong in the Donna Lee Donaldson case because our mother and our brother saw him. In the Jaden Smith case, the last person that saw Jaden and knew Jaden was the lady who asked him where I come from. And him say, he might come from Cadet. That was the last person who what we know was see Jaden. And them seeing pan the camera exit the back of Mega Mart. That is what we know. So really and truly, the last person that saw Jaden, murder Jaden, whether it's sacrifice or strangulation, we don't know who that person is. It's unknown. We don't know. That's why we have to rely on dreams. We just don't know. And let me tell you something. If Mr. T sighting somehow defies physical evidence, that not even that can send the woman go to prison. Is anybody as honest as I am to the public? You think my business who go rub years of prison for Jaden? No. What me I look for is this. And what the police them I look for, if them can see somebody, they want to see the person. They're with him. It's rough, my people. Trust me, it's rough. It's rough. But I do believe that some of those cameras on Grove Road around there pick up Jaden. I don't think Mega Mark is the last camera that picked him up. I don't think so. So what prosecutors must prove in a nobody murder case, right? So even without a body, prosecutor must prove 3 core things. The person is dead. In Jaden Smith case, we presume that he is dead. Many people, I would say 99% of people, believe that he is dead. The death was caused by criminal action. Many people believe that his death was caused by criminal action. The accused person caused the death. Now you have to place the accused person right with Jaden Smith. That is the difficulty that we have in the Jaden Smith case. We don't know where Jaden go when he made that turn up Port Road. We don't know if somebody pick him up and bring him go to St. Elizabeth, go bleed out in blood somewhere and sacrifice him. We don't know. We don't know if he ended up at the White House to get sacrificed. We don't know. We don't know if somebody bring him go a spur tree go murder him. We don't know. And it's also possible, the strongest possibility with that turn up there without speculating would be that that route could have landed him right back to his taxi stand. And that was a missed opportunity by the investigators in the first 48 hours to a month in the Jaden Smith case. Those investigators know Mandeville very well. But then again, investigators would also need some help from people who, that's kind of tough, you know. Because if the right investigators are asking the right questions, like where him normally take the taxi for go home, that was one question that should have been asked. I'm not sure if Miss Ann told the police them. If she did tell the police them where him take the taxi, and even if she did not know the area, the police them should have known the area. Because she was completely confused. She was completely confused when she see Jaden and make the turn go up a Port Road. She said, where am I go? She never knows that road there, because Jaden went to summer school. So Jaden, a lot of people don't know that Jaden went to summer school. Jaden never just start Manchester High School. Jaden went to summer school. So Jaden in a summer school, you walk around the whole down there. So him know him a go. At least know the area, say, okay, if him a go there, so him know how to get back to the taxi stand. But the police them stop the trail right at Mega Mart. Yeah. So even if I never know, the police them should have know that. The police them should have know that. All right. So strength of evidence compared to the Donna Lee Donaldson case, right? So the evidence chain, the victim entered the suspect's apartment, DNA blood evidence was found, signs of violent struggle, splatter, cleanup, mattress removal, victim never seen in the physical again. Then bring her out in the mattress or in the couch. Jaden Smith case, my people, if you don't want honesty, I'm not going to harp on the Jaden Smith case after tonight, you know. Tomorrow night to come with something else. But tonight, after 2 nights off, I found like I needed to do a comparison between a rich Jamaica and a poor Jamaica. Jaden Smith was poor. Not saying that the people then that Jaden was living with was poor. No, I'm not going to say that. Modest family, not rich, not poor. But Jaden Smith was poor. He never lived with his mother and he never lived with his father. But as I said to one of my people, even if somebody is charged in this case here, and we say hippie hooray, when them go to courthouse, there's going to be 2 lawyers. There's going to be one that prosecutes, and then there's going to be one that defends. This is a case that is emotionally charged. But you can't go along like a mad smaddy and expect even a murderer to get comfortable and confess. You gonna run with the murderer? Yeah. When you get the phone call, and somebody call you and say, this is John Doe. What should you answer? What? And you know, say that is a suspect in the case. What would your response be? Yes. This is what your response should be. Yes. Talk to me. What's going on? And then you build a rapport. And get the information and all of your questions them answered. And continue to build the evidence. And as you're building a rapport, you make the person know, say, listen, anything where you say to me, you know, can land you in a blasted prison. And the person knows, say, I'm directly in contact with police. That is the approach. I want to can go do research on that. Or let's take this approach now. Hello. Main suspect upon the phone. Are you murder him, you know? Are you murder him? Will you call me for? That would have been the end of it. That would have been the end of the conversation. No information gathered. Nothing. Pure emotions. Pure feelings. Meaning that you're not equipped to get evidence from a murderer. Plain and simple. Temperament. But my prayer warriors, everybody who is still in this fight for justice for Jaden Smith, continue to pray. Confession day came, April 10th, confession day went. But don't give up. and a confession. So Jaden Smith case, right? So currently it's a missing child with the police them. Them to have him as dead. We the public, I believe that Jaden Smith is gone. To never land. I believe that. But currently, with the police, is listed as a missing child. There are timeline questions, possible circumstantial concerns. Basically, his case is surface level. Very little evidence to bring charges to anyone currently. But don't give up hope. If you want honesty, this is where you're not going to get honesty. Okay? So we have no confirmed forensic anchor. No blood evidence. No confirmed crime scene. No body. No weapon. And we're over 7 months in this case. Relative legal strength of the Jaden Smith case. Donna Lee Donaldson, her case was moderately strong for a nobody case. Jaden Smith at current stage, basically, it's still in the investigative stage. And it's a weak prosecutorial case. Very weak to prosecute. Do you want honesty or you want lies? So no, this does not mean a crime did not occur. Only that the legal proof threshold for murder is not yet met. We're not saying that a crime never occurred. We're not saying that somebody did not murder Jaden. We're not saying that. What I'm saying is this. At current stage, Smaddy a get where with murdering Jaden. Smaddy feel like them a get where with murdering Jaden. All right. So this is what could change the case. Evidence that could change Jaden Smith case. Very important. Blood or DNA showing violence. Blood somewhere. Blood in our house somewhere. Could still be there. 8 months later, if it's soaking or something. Digital evidence. Phone. Messages. Vehicle tracking. Any car will pick him up. Witness confession. The witness confession, right, yes, sir? Why? Some people have them witness. But you have to be very careful when it comes to this one, because if Mr. T come out and confesses Smaddy murder Jaden, well, that's good. But anybody else, unless them a confess to them murder Jaden. Unless them a confess and say them murder Jaden. Because we have heard like so many lies in this case here. Perfect one, Principal Gabriel, knowing the family. Me not believe in that one day. I do not believe that Principal Gabriel know the family. 0% belief in that one day. If a phone was indeed in Jaden Smith's hand at Little Caesar, I want to see it on the video. I don't want nobody come tell me, say, this is one year. Them can pay people for come tell lie. I don't want to hear that one day. Surveillance footages, right? That is critical. You want to see it. If you see it, somebody will go to prison. If you can put Jaden Smith's phone in him hand, at Little Caesar, me I tell you somebody will go to prison. Me not ask you, me I tell you, say somebody will go to prison. Yes. So surveillance footage, burial site discovery. So that is what can actually change this. See him going a somebody's car. More than likely, he made it back to the taxi stand. So why the Donna Lee case was chargeable without a body? The key difference, forensic proof of violence in Noel Maitland's residence. Once prosecutor could say that the victim blood was found in the suspect's apartment, then that was it. That was it. So the bottom line is this, right? If Jaden remains missing and no forensic evidence tying a suspect to violence has been publicly confirmed, the case is currently weaker than the Donna Lee case from a prosecutorial standpoint. Plain and simple. So even if we see this and we see that, if you can't place somebody in the vicinity, like right there, see them with Jaden. I want to see Jaden going out here, you know. I want to see Jaden pick up his phone, you know, in a Little Caesar, you know. I want the people them to look for, you know. See Jaden at the taxi stand, they are going to a taxi, you know. With somebody around him, you know. All right, let me go to the comments and they will call it a night tonight. Good night, Yard Boss. Blessing. Yes, them say it was goat just born. But goat doesn't produce blood when giving birth. Okay, they give off slime. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure who made that statement, but if that was the case, they should have taken sample of that. Yeah, if that was the case, them should have taken sample of that. Yeah, boss, there's a lot more questions around the questions you asked, but we all pick up. She was so clever. Yeah, the thing is this, right? Barring her coming out and saying me murder Jaden. I mean, the public don't want to hear what me have to say as far as them not believe nothing. You see the attacks that they're attacking me. When I was the one who I felt like I had a duty, right? To share some stuff with the public. To share. So what I did, I shared the last conversation and then the first initial conversation and then the the final drilling. Like, it's not my job. That's not my job. That's the police them work. That's the police them work, man. You know? But what we're doing is this. We're not doing blogging. We're doing true investigative work, right? What you would call it so? Investigative journalism. We're not going around and troubling people. No, we just stay in our own lane, right? And we have like-minded people who are critical thinkers over here. Even when we disagree, right, we're able to like have proper conversations, right? Even when you disagree with somebody. You know, carry on like you did on a coronation market. No, we're not going to do that. Not going to sell our souls to stoop that low. All right, so let's see. The goalpost still remains as is. Pauline, easy, Mr. T. Okay. But why didn't she show you the boarding pass? But the thing is this, right? Una already say if the woman produce a boarding pass, una not gonna believe it. She doctor it. So what is the point? What is the point? The itinerary came out and see when the plane taxi to the thing. I'm gonna go out and go do some investigation now. Me bring it out and crucify me. What more you want? You don't want anything. All you need is a story. And if I come out, I'm sure when the baby actually fly, go down and go up and find them, I'm going to say, no, it was not the baby on the flight. You can't please the public. In this case here. That is the conclusion that I came to. You cannot please the public in this case. Because no matter what, the only thing that is going to change public perception is when the police them arrest Smaddy. And if the Smaddy turn out not to be the family members, that is the only time. Me don't know who murdered Jaden. Could be family, could be foe. I don't know. Me never did it. Me never see them a murder him. And me never see them a crucify him. And me never see them a bleed out in blood. Like how them bleed out gold blood. Me never see that. Me never see them a burn him pan altar. Me never see that. But many spiritual leaders believe that Jaden Smith was indeed sacrificed for financial gains. Many people believe that. That wasn't one of my philosophy. No. Sister Carrie Ann believed that Jaden Smith was indeed sacrificed by a man and a woman. And even if you place Jaden Smith at the taxi stand, but you'd have to place him there with Smaddy. You'd have to look to see who going under the taxi there with Jaden. Boy, them really dropped the ball on this case, I don't know. Them really, I wish I knew that Mandeville area much better. I wish I knew Mandeville like how I knew Kingston earlier. And I wish certain information did make it to the public domain earlier. But it's probably not too late. Because I know, my people, that somebody right now watching me, let me put the number up on the screen. Somebody right now watching me is dying inside with guilt. 1535. I must say so. Somebody watching me right now is dying inside with guilt because me guarantee you said the somebody where killed Jaden is watches us. Me feel it. Me feel said the somebody where murder Jaden pays close attention to our every move. Me feel so. Me feel so. And Jaden not give up. He not give up, So if you watch me today, Jaden go haunt you. When you go to your bed at night time, Jaden haunt you. When you go to your bed at night time, Jaden haunt you in a fear sleep. Me I look right in your eye now, Jaden haunt you in a your sleep. You can't sleep at night time. You spin and a turn. People in the yard boss land, the person who murdered Jaden watches us every day. Me can feel it, me can sense it in my spirit. Me can sense it. Tonight is going to be the last night in a while where I'm going to be touching on Jaden Smith case. Tomorrow, I'm going to be looking into some more missing kids. There's a young girl, I believe she's 14 years old. I have to do some more research on that case. A whole heap of missing people there. The amount of missing people were there. It's a lot. Some of the case them very dangerous. Jaden Smith case not that bad. It's just us who say we are investigator make this thing so corrupt and personal. It's just us. But Jaden Smith case is not. I mean, I see it as anybody powerful. That's a myth. I mean, I've sensed that in my bone. And that was like one of the reasons why I was very, very hesitant to call the principal name. Yeah, I feel I may have done maybe like two or three videos where say somebody powerful. But as I go along, I didn't really feel like it was anybody powerful. And see there, the family them say them never know the principal. And more people is coming on board and say the principal story is a whole lie. And why did they make up that lie and continue to push that lie? What are they hiding? Ask yourself that question. Control, temperament, temperament, temperament. Temperament, temperament, temperament. Somebody is very afraid. Somebody right now is shaking in them boots. Them a spin and them a twirl and them a look. Somebody right now is very afraid. Don't be afraid. See the number there, 646-529-1535. And do me a beg now. You see, if you're not going to play my content, this is intellectual property. Any of my videos then, if you appear in any of my videos and you want them to be removed, send me a text message. Over here is intellectual property. So if you're going to be playing my voice and you're going to be attacking, proceed with caution. Use it for informational purposes to carry out your investigation. But be respectful. That is the name of the game, right? I'm not go to my way to create trouble, especially on internet. I'm a law-abiding citizen. But my people, I believe justice is coming for Jaden Smith. But justice for Jaden Smith is not going to happen in public discourse. I've done it for 6 months, 7 months. And I believe I introduce some of the most credible evidence in the public domain. But because we have a mentality in Jamaica where them say bad mind, grudgeful, envious, they poo-pooed it. But you notice no one focused on the last drilling. They focus on the first one. Because the last drilling showed that I had no mercy. And I went directly in for the kill for a confession. No one is going to show that one. No one is going to play that one. Because them not have integrity in them heart. That is the challenge. It is out there. Play that one to your audience. Nobody can stop YaadBoss on social media. The channel will continue to grow. We have 66 of us over here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you don't want the truth, this is where you want to stay. And this is how we grow together. One cocoa, full basket. That is it. Let us continue with the Pauline. Let's see what Pauline have to say now. Pauline not playing now. All right. The goalpost is still with Mr. T. All right. But why didn't she show the boarding pass? Okay, I did review that one. So regardless of whatever to show, it's not going to matter. So 7 months, 2 different story timeline. I think the timeline, is our timeline change? I don't think the timeline change based on when me, what I remember, in the first set of interviews, she did not confirm. Remember, they did the interview before Mr. T actually come out and talk, you know. When Mr. T come out and talk, they did no other interviews. They never do no other interview. You know, but I think what the public is caught up on, or the confusion is, that Mr. T was so, it seemed like him know him, and I believe that Mr. T seemed like him know him, right? But after I went back, after I received the itinerary, and I was able to, I verified the itinerary, okay? And my people, them have to believe me, or them just don't believe me. I was able to verify it, okay? Not just the itinerary alone, me see other things, okay? That is not going to come to the public domain, because it doesn't matter what you release to the public, they're not going to believe. So, and them are going to attack me again, so just leave it alone, okay? Let them find somebody down at immigration to see when she get the stamp in her passport, and then they can release it in the public domain that way, okay? What I was trying to say here now, the different stories. So, the timelines, you have to understand how Mr. T speaks. When him say she'll fly down early from Friday morning, right? That means she's transitioning. She's driving to the airport to fly. The 9 o'clock sighting on a Friday, that one they're tough. But what did it for me is the boarding pass and additional evidence to back up the boarding pass that shows say Mr. T never see her Friday morning. And it's not only me get the information, the police them get the information there. And the police them get recordings up on top of recordings from people in the public. Them get dreams. Them get everything from the people them. Then get phone calls up on top of phone calls from the people them. You never hear Kerry Duncan come out and say that. And then the 3 o'clock sighting again. Me not gonna say nothing where I go put Mr. T on the bus. Me not gonna say what me I think. Me not gonna say it. I'm gonna just leave that alone. Okay? But the 3 o'clock sighting, when him say, when him a go out to buy soup, him see Shanika walkie. Now that again is impossible with the boarding pass for me see. And nobody else can produce another. Me never see the boarding pass. Sorry. The itinerary and whatever me get. No. Arriving in the Maniville area after 5 o'clock, Jamaican time, and seeing Mr. T at 3 o'clock. The police them not believe say Mr. T is here at 3 o'clock. But people can still hold that belief. Me no know. Me no know. Because even when Mr. T, right? When Mr. T reach home, Mr. T never gone to police station on a 6:30. He did not go to no police station on a 6:30 with his wife, Demar, and what's his name? He never go there. He never go there. Because his wife was still at the hospital. She was still at the hospital. People are going to say, how you know that? Sure, we know. Whatever I'm showing, I'm not believe it. So only leave me alone. Me not showing no nothing. When you calm me down. And I had a plan, you know. I had a plan. But when you calm me down, I not gonna show nothing more. Not one drop more. Good luck fighting in the public for Jaden Smith. Me will take my, where them say, will take my ball and go on my yard. The Jaden Smith case. Yeah, me will take my ball and go on my yard. Common decency and temperament, man. Having a well major problem. All right, let's see now. So it's not too late, but the biological mother would have to step in very hard. Well, not only that, we're assuming that the family members don't care about Jaden Smith. We're assuming that they're not going to fight. They're not fighting for Jaden Smith behind the scenes. That's what we're assuming. The assumption is that because the family not out in the public and make a bunch of noise and I give interviews, that means that them really and truly is not talking to the police, is not reaching out to the police every day. That is the assumption that we have in the public domain. That is the assumption. But what if they are indeed calling detective over and over again? What if they're actually doing that? You see what me come out with? And them attack me. Say me a Judas and me a this. The person who had beat the family night in, night out for 6-7 months. Then call me Judas. Me give them information. Then listen to the tape. Them hear me a build a rapport. With somebody who I believed murdered Jaden. What if she was really the killer? I wanted a friend to confide in. Them enough to become our friend. And get information. And lock her up if she confess. Huh? And lock her up if evidence may receive tie her to the location where Jaden there. But you know, no patient. You know, too baka, as we Andrea say. Temperament. You see, if you need to have good temperament, the plan would have just continued. And we would have get more. Yeah, when I started with the first one and then the feedback would come, I say, you know what, let me just fast forward to the end. That is what I did. Fast forward to the end. And that's it. Yeah, so the assumption is that the family give up on Jaden because they're not out publicly talking. Because if them open their mouth, every blasted thing will come out of their mouth. The public twists. But I am not the family. Should I give a list of people that is approved to use my recording? Should I give a list of people? Let me continue to watch and listen. We continue to watch and listen. I'll put one person on the list. But everybody else, I'm going to just continue to watch and listen. Tiger not doing too bad. I'll put Tiger on the list. Him get a pass. Him call me Yard Judas to no, but him get a pass. He get a pass. And the other ones, them, who watch them. You only can play them, but just play them for like informational purposes, man. Just listen, you know. The attack on the insults is not necessary. We're all on the same team. We want justice for Jaden Smith. Regardless if you have a difference of opinion, doesn't matter. And some people, I think they felt it, you know. I think some people, they felt it. They felt something. That's why I don't really hear my voice much. They felt something. All right. It's not too... Okay, all right, let's see here. This I wanna know. Hot girl Shanika take taxi. We not even want to go back to her community. Where she from? Where she from or whatever. Me still believe every word from Mr. T. You can believe every word from Mr. T. Nothing is wrong with that. I believed Mr. T for 6 months. Until I find out, say, should I say this? I'm not going to get in that trouble. Let me not say it. Let me not say it. Yeah, Mr. T seemed very, very confident in his speeches. I give that to him, right? But even confidence in speeches going up against physical evidence, it's a no-brainer. What people are talking about, them are talk about things where them can't see. Where them not gonna get to see. And if the attacks never come, them would have get to see. Where the police them see, but them not see nothing. God is good. God is great all the time. God is good. All right, let's see now. They are Jamaica eye camera, so they will be, yes, be there for years. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Just continue to pray, right? That just continue to pray, my people. That's all I'm gonna ask you for. You not gonna see me, right? I want to just continue to come over and build together. Okay, night in, night out. I'm working on a very, very talented person to come over. Hopefully, we find that, we would say, you know, that mesh. Okay, very, very, very wise, intelligent, good temperament, you know. Yeah, good temperament. So that's what we're working on. I tried. We try, you know. We try to bring some of the boogie yaga them go up on the big stage. And we try boss people. Never work. So we need like-minded people with clean heart. I can be here night in, night out, you know, with you guys, right? But I like to share. That's just like my nature. Building something that is bigger than I am, right? So if I'm not here, oh, the number is there, Shanda. Let me make sure it's the right number that I have. It is 646-529-1535. Let me make sure it's the right number. Oh, I shut off the phone. Sorry, my people. Sorry. All right. May I turn on the phone now? May I turn? Sorry, Shanda. Sorry. All right, me turn on the phone now. Cha. The phone off. Sorry about that. All right, so I extended for another 15 minutes. So 646-529. Yeah. So it's coming on now. Give it like another 30 seconds and it will load. All right, it's loading. And you see, like, as we build, right, that most of you guys that's been here, it's going to be an amazing journey. Okay? Because remember now, you see, when you build something that is like controlled and, you know, just explode like wildfire, right? It was going, the trajectory was pretty high. We were like on steam. Okay? If we had continued on that road that we were going up, we would have been maybe at 10, 12,000 subscribers by now. Okay? But you have to take a stance. And you have to say that even though you felt in your gut that these people were guilty, and new evidence come your way, you can't deny it. You cannot deny it. Even if you're going to take a hit, you can't deny it. But I think I made my head kind of chip out sometimes too, you know. I came out and adamantly, right? There was a reason behind that too. But I think I was a little bit too forceful then. I think me just going on the coronation market for a little bit. But now I'm out of the coronation market. So the phone line is open now, right? 646-529-1535. But the phone was off for anybody who was trying to call. All right. Yeah, the Jamaica Eye camera. Yeah, so we just have to hope and pray that there's something there. All right, so every night you said that you're not coming back, but every night you come back with Jaden case. So basically, I was out for like 2 nights, right? And if you understand anything, it's my channel and I can speak about anything I feel like speaking about, right? I can do that if I want. People them is with me. What we spoke about tonight is we did a compare contrast, right? I'm not sure how much you pay attention, but for the past couple of days, I released 2 videos and they were public debates, okay? Yeah, and they were like a couple of nights ago where at like 12 o'clock in the night, something came to my spirit. And then I said, let me go check to see if there's a way how Jaden can actually make it back to his taxi stand. I'm going to just pull up the map. Me no know Mandeville. Something spoke to me. And me go look on the map and me see say there was a road that lead back to the taxi stand. So what if I do? Don't bring that to the public and share it to the public. No. That is what you do. You bring it to the public and you share it with the public. Me say me not go really focus too much on the Jaden Smith case because I believe my investigation done. My plan was to do more, but it doesn't matter what you release in the public domain. The people them don't make up their mind. Nothing not gonna change their mind until the police them arrest somebody. And if the people them that the police them arrest is not the family members, then what? If the family members them guilty of murder and jail, them should go to prison. They should go to prison. You get a pass tonight, Rosemary. You get a pass tonight. That was a good question. Not too aggressive. That was a good question. Shanda, the number is there if you want to call in. I see you made a comment at like 9:20. If you're still here, the number is there. Feel free. Or you can call me off the line if you want to talk. You know? I'm not sure you know. But you can talk. All right. Let her show everything. She's ruining you. And she not ruin my name. Ruin my name with who? I have people over here who want to see me and understand me. That is what I want. And that is how we started. Okay? That is how we started. Control growth. Right? I think it's not ruining my name is, I wouldn't say people with limited intellect. I wouldn't go that far and like say that about people. My grandmother and my father used to always teach me when we just start read. If I read a sentence, or I read a paragraph, or I read a page, what them used to ask me is read the page and tell them when me remember reading the page. In other words, go through the entire video, listen, and then you comment. Not listen 5 minutes and then comment on 5 minutes, listen another 5 minutes and then comment on another 5 minutes. No. Listen the entire thing and then you'll get a clear picture of what's going on. Remember, we have two Jamaica. I understand Jamaica quite well. Very, very well. Looking at me on your screen, a lot of people don't like what they're seeing. Some people look at me and say, me is this uptown rich kid. So whenever them find something where them can attack and belittle, they will try that. And they'll try to tear down. But that won't work with me because I'm a determined fellow. I've never ever failed at anything that I've ever tried in life because Father God got me. Father God got us. The more people you help in life, the more prosperous you'll be. The more prosperous you'll be. The more people you help, more prosperous, the more fulfilled your life will be. That is my philosophy. That is my philosophy. Yeah. People go and come. All right. What's your number? The number is there. All right. Okay, not enough proof. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, I do understand with the ruling of name and all that thing. And this case is not an easy case, you know. It is not an easy case. Have I made some mistakes along the way? Yes, I did. I made like one mistake along the way. Nothing in the sense that it's just with like a friend, you know. It's just with like a friend. But yeah, and even some people that you call upon because of the missing person, them not really have like the in-depth knowledge. And you know how the Jamaican society is, you know. But I don't believe that is nobody powerful that is connected in this case, yeah. That is preventing justice. I just think that the police then missed an opportunity early, and the opportunity is probably still there. Review your pressing interview. What does she mean that she didn't see Jaden that day? Mean she didn't see Jaden that day? That's what it means. She never see Jaden Friday. You hear it from out her mouth. Me can't tell her she see Jaden. Me never did it. That's what she means. She never see Jaden that day. Are you trying to say she'd see Jaden some other day? We don't create an environment for the people them to come out, come talk. Even if the people them they don't want to come over here, come talk. If the people them come out and talk, everything what the people them say. Yeah, this environment here is not for nobody come out, come talk. We act like we are police, but we're not police. And the police them watch us every day. You think so them not watch? Some people them watch, not everybody. Some people. Not just me, but some other people they watch too. We not gonna call who them watch, but no. I think I'm just gonna leave you, right? I'm gonna leave you, Karen Taylor. So this is what this person wrote. You read too much book. This is real life common sense rules. Stop. There is no time for death or day of death. I read too much books. How do you gain knowledge? Common sense. How do you gain common sense? Read too much books. Jaja. I force me to hear that one here. All right, boss. I'm not gonna stop read. I'm gonna stop read, boss. Bigger some common sense there. Start a YouTube channel now, and I come over there and listen to what you have to say. Start a YouTube channel, and I'll be there. listening for what you have to say. Sharon Simpson, big up yourself. 2 hours already? Cha-cha. Nobody na call in? All right. So, thank you so much for joining another live stream. Tomorrow again, we'll do this. All right, my people, love and love alone. 1 cocoa, full basket. If this is your first time seeing me on the screen, please subscribe to the channel. Walk with my people. Peace out. Peace out. Peace out.